Okay, so if you're saying things like affirmations, or you're catching yourself saying something negative and you're trying to rewire it and say something positive, right? If you say those things like, I love myself, and you get that feeling inside that says, no, you don't. You don't believe that. Why are you saying that? You'll know the feeling. You get to know the feeling. I don't know if it's through doing so much shadow work, but you get to know the feeling that your subconscious hasn't caught up. Like it doesn't, that's not rewritten. That doesn't believe what you're saying to be true. And so that's when manifestations and where people struggle or think, oh, this is a load of rubbish, this isn't working. You know, I've been saying all the affirmations, I've been doing it every morning, and nothing's materializing in the physical. That's because your subconscious still doesn't quite believe it. And the way to help with that is to do shadow work, or as they say, yeah, face your darkness, face your shadow. So if I, like before, I remember doing all my shadow work, I can share some of it actually. I will do some videos with shadow work questions and maybe talk through them if you're not sure what shadow work is. So I'll just do a brief talk on it. So basically you can even download shadow work questions. I find that a bit overwhelming because there's a lot of questions. I know someone who can read people and find what shadow questions would work for you or what you need. I'll speak to him and see if there's something that we could collaborate on in that regard. But anyway, what I was going to say was, so I'll give you just an example. If you ask the question, like, do I love myself? And it's that first thought that you have straight away without even thinking of anything else. And it's that little voice. And if it's, I just saw 444. And if it says, no, you don't love yourself. Don't worry about it. Don't spiral. Just think, oh, okay, I don't love myself. Let that come up. You might feel a real sense of sadness around that fact. Bringing it up will bring up emotion. So just see what emotion comes up and where you feel it. And then if you write it down, I always find writing it down helps get it out of the brain or the subconscious. So I put, why do I not love myself? And I've written before about 2 pages worth. Whereas before I thought, yeah, I love myself. I was doing all the affirmations. I was saying, I love myself unconditionally. And then when it came to meeting my friend who can read people like a book, one of the first things he asked me or said to me was, why do you hate yourself? And at first it shocked me. And at first I was like, what do you mean? And then when I got home and started writing about it, 2 pages I wrote of reasons why I didn't like myself. And it wasn't just like physical things, it was things that people had said to me, the way I'd been treated by people. So basically you think of all the times that someone made you feel unlikable, unlovable, not wanted, you know, all these sort of things that will come up with that. And you can just delve deeper and deeper and deeper into that shadow. And that is what shadow work is. It's going all the way back. Sometimes you'll have past life traumas that come through to this lifetime as well. But yeah, mostly you can find out the reasons why you have that shadow, and then think, why do I feel that way? Who's made me feel that way? Who was the first person to make me feel that way? And then think of all the times and write it down. And you'll be quite shocked at what comes up and what comes out. So, you know, a lot of emotion might come out as well. So give yourself time to feel the emotions. You know, you might be sad, you might be angry, you might be shameful, disappointed. You know, there'll be so many emotions. So really do practice a lot of self-care while you're doing it. I'd quite like to start doing like shadow work coaching, like helping people work through their shadows, being that support and comfort so people can feel safe to feel and release. I feel like that's a big calling of mine. So yeah, I will do some shadow work videos and maybe start some form of coaching in that regard. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I want to be real with you, you know. I'm very authentic and real. No fakeness here. Or ego spirituality or anything like that. It's just, I say it how it is, you know, like you won't manifest what you want if you don't believe it subconsciously. So yeah, it was just on the back of what I was saying yesterday. So I hope that was insightful and helpful. And yeah, if you do have any questions or want any sort of one-on-one support, let me know and I'll start working on stuff. Have a blessed rest of your day.